Hey folks, Buck Rizvi here, Health Profits Academy. Welcome to the training, the Blue Ocean e-commerce method training. If that's why you're here, you're in the right place. Let me turn on. I'm going to take a little risk here and turn on my camera. We'll see if you guys are able to see me on the camera. We're starting right here at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. I've got some special guests that I'm looking forward to introducing to you and getting out of the way so they can share their Blue Ocean e-commerce method. But before we get started, I just want to make sure that I'm going to go over to the chat that we're leveraging this. Sure, this is going to be an 8-hour webinar. I think it's going to be an hour. Is that right, Ryan?
It's going to be about 90 minutes or so.
Ryan can hear. So we've got Daniel. Are you with us?
Hey, Buck, can you hear me?
90 minutes. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, Mike, good to have you in the chat widget over here to your right. Hear you. In there, I hear you, and Daniel's just left the room. All right. So what we'll do is we're working through some technology here. If you can maybe see my video, just give me a yes or a 5x5 screen, and just let me know that you've got me, and we can get started in just a moment. So this is, as I mentioned, this is the comes in and out. Okay, Shabina. Hey, Shabina. Good to have you. What are you doing here, Shabina? This was yes. Good. All right, cool. There may be a little bit of a delay in the line, and has got me. Awesome. Good deal. So one of the things that, Ryan, can you still hear me okay? You still coming in?
Yep, I can hear you.
Good. There's a little delay in the line. So what we have is our esteemed guests are actually in Asia right now. So there's going to be a little delay. I'm going to introduce them, and then we'll go ahead and get started with on the video, and I'll be turning off my video in just a second. So when I first got the word out about Health Profits Academy, Ryan was very gracious in helping spread the word about that, and had a chance to spend some time with him here in Boulder, Colorado, which was great. I love to meet my partners and get to know them a bit better. And one of the things that Ryan had mentioned to me is that they, sort of cracked the code on how to leverage Amazon the right way. And I am by any stretch on Amazon.com as a store for our own products. We service the demand for our products on Amazon, but we're not an expert when it comes to identifying for products and other types of products on stores in a low cost way that doesn't require a lot of inventory and scaling that up. That's not my expertise. My expertise is how to build a great health business and sell products off Amazon by leveraging Facebook, Google, and other traffic. And so when I heard about what Ryan was doing and how I've heard a lot of stories, stories about people in a difficult time because they felt that it was very stiff on Amazon. Maybe they get shut down. It was hard to find, niches that you could be competitive with. And it sounded like, wow, he cracked of those problems on ways to have a sustain Amazon for those that are interested in doing that. And I thought, well, for folks that want to do that, I could share this as a special training and an opportunity for it. And so Ryan, mentioned that he actually has such a training, and that's why he's here. So I know Daniel very well, Ryan. And so I want to introduce Ryan and Daniel as my experts in Asia, and they're not Asian, as you can tell, but they are the experts on Amazon, and that's why we dubbed this the Blue Ocean e-commerce method for launching and scaling a business on Amazon, a physical products business, which is what I'm in. This isn't specifically for health products. So I'm because of our delay, I had to shut down here. I'm going to introduce you, and sorry about the terrible audio. It sounds like it's choppy, and I'll turn off video. Let me do that, and from here. So Ryan, you've got the line.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Buck. And I'm just going to share my screen here. And all right. Buck and Daniel, can you just confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, can hear you and see the screen.
All right, perfect.
Loud through.
Thanks, guys. So thanks again, Buck. Really appreciate you having us here. Today's workshop, we're going to be talking about how we source and sell super simple physical products on Amazon and scale them from to $50 to $500 a day and well beyond. And how we've done this over one build, a 7-figure monthly revenue stream, and how you can copy this system to quickly build your Amazon business even before. So we're also going to be giving you a massive head start. You see, we're going to be talking about how you can get 25 hand-picked profitable products handed to you on a silver platter. Done for you. We're doing the work for you. We've literally handpicked them personally, all the data and all the details, and literally just go and run with them. This is going to mass making money and will eliminate all of that, and it's going to save a ton of time as well. So over the past, we have assessed thousands and thousands of different products so we know whether it be a hero, zero, we're going to deal with this for you so you don't have to. You can just select a product that we choose and then run with it. This is going to eliminate the risk of you pursuing products which won't work so you can focus and make money for the ones that do. So we know how to choose products and equals over $1 million in sales in just a 30-day period, generating up to $158,296.94 in literally just 24 hours from one Amazon account. And this is why we are really excited about this. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the done-for-you products in a moment and how you can get your hands on them, so be sure to keep listening. I just want to do a mercifully brief introduction for you. Again, my name's Ryan Quasson. I'm on the left-hand side, and that's my business partner, Daniel Audinson, on the right. And we've sold millions and millions of dollars of product on Amazon. We're regarded as the #1 go-to leaders in the Amazon e-commerce space. We've launched over 100 best-selling physical products, and we've consulted on 80-plus additional product brands. We run multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, and for the past 4+ years, we've been laser focused on building Amazon e-commerce businesses. We've also been featured in major publications like the BBC, Forbes, Huffington Post, Entrepreneur. There was even a 30-minute documentary of success as an entrepreneur on Amazon, and nationally distributed. So here's what you're going to discover today. You're going to discover how we've done over 8 sales on doing the absolute to how to out having to spend tons of money on inventory, how to create products with an edge, and then systematically scale them from $5 to $50 a day to $500 a day and well beyond that, and how to rescue dead and struggling listings, accelerating them from a trickle of sales to hundreds of sales daily in less than 30 days. So I want to make sure you're in the right place. Now, if you're just starting out and you're looking for a proven way to generate a large, consistent monthly income working from home, this is for you. If you're already selling physical products on Amazon and want to increase your sales and profits, this is for you. If you want to create time and financial freedom, this is for you. if you're tired of jumping from shiny object to shiny object and build something real and long lasting, this is for you. So why is this so important right now? You see, most Amazon stuff that you've learned is dead wrong. Amazon has recently made a lot of changes, and most sellers are completely clueless to what is actually working right now in the marketplace. Too many people focus on traffic, rankings, reviews, conversions, all of these usual suspects. And while there's some importance to them, they're not the key to success. The true secret to success on Amazon right now, today, is a simple formula. The formula is E plus I times C equals infinity. So we do things differently, as I mentioned, and we've taught others to do the same. Folks like Monica and Dan, who were able to generate over $123,140 in just 1 month. Or folks like John, who did over 200 grand in just 12 months in Amazon sales. And the fact of the matter is that Amazon can no longer be ignored. If you're like me, it seems like you're getting packages all the time coming in the mail from Amazon. It's because this has now become a massive behemoth that's generating over $100 billion a year. So much so that it's causing a major disruption in the retail environment, and they're continually innovating to do even more damage to retail. You see, Amazon just recently released a credit card that is giving folks even more benefits when they purchase on Amazon through their credit card. Not only do they have now Prime shipping, where you can get things, in 2 days, you're able to get things much faster, sometimes in a matter of hours as well, depending on where you live. And this is causing a very slow death to retail. Folks like Payless closed 1,000 stores at the beginning of this year. Radio Shack, 552. JCPenney, CVS, Guess, Gander Mountain, all these big companies are shutting stores in droves because of this disruption in how people are buying things. One thing for you to realize is literally right now in the United States, every new dollar that's being spent by consumers online, 53 cents of that is going to Amazon. That is a staggering statistic. Over 50% of new dollars being sent by consumers online in the US are going to Amazon. It's just going to get bigger, and we believe you cannot ignore it anymore. And that's why folks like Mark Cuban has said Amazon is the greatest startup and greatest company in the world. Mark, as you know, is a billionaire owner of the Dallas Mavericks, notorious shark on Shark Tank, and just a startup entrepreneur and investor. So something that most people don't know is, again, Amazon has changed dramatically. And I'm not talking in just a few years ago, but I'm talking about in the last few months and right now. But this is good news for you. What it has done is it has created this massive blue ocean, as Buck talked about, of opportunity. And now it's easier than ever to build a 6 or 7-figure business on Amazon. But there are a few things that you need to know, and I want to introduce you to my business partner, Daniel, who's going to walk you through some of this information.
Hey guys, so if you've ever found building a business online to be overly complicated, despite the fact that everyone says it's easy, I know exactly how you feel because I used to feel the same way. And in fact, I think we might have more in common than you think. So let me tell you a little story. This is what we like to call my tale of woe, so to speak. And it's because, I got started from very, kind of sort of pricing conditions when I got started online. So I actually grew up on a remote farm in Iceland where I never knew anyone that made money online. So these two pictures are actually from the farm where I grew up. And, it's a pretty remote place. It's literally so remote that they make a lot of the movies and stuff that are supposed to happen in space around, the place I grew up, because it looks like the moon there. There's almost no people living there and things like that. And it's a pretty, kind of dark and lonely place, especially in the winter. And English wasn't my first or even second language. My online journey started in my college dorm room at 23 years of age, and I had no more than $1,000 to my name. I had struggle after struggle when I got started, and I couldn't even set up a bank account so I could sell physical products on Amazon. Instead, my only option was to start selling Kindle books because Amazon would literally mail me a check. even if it took 30 to 60 days for me to receive the check through shipping by sea, I was actually able to get paid. The challenge was I'm not a good writer, and my English was honestly quite bad. It was a lot worse than it is today. All my friends and family thought I was crazy, yet I knew I had to make some sacrifices if I was going to achieve my vision. But I only had two options, and option number one was to quit and give up because things were becoming difficult and it felt like everything was against me. This would be 100% a chance of failure, and this would cost me my dream. Option number two was I could roll up my sleeves and do whatever it took to reach the vision I had for my life. And I'm happy to say I decided to do whatever it took. So I dropped out of college only 1 month before getting my bachelor's degree in psychology. It's just like a 3-year study. And I decided that no matter what I had to do to succeed, I would do it. And at that point, I basically locked myself in a room for 12 months and fully dedicated myself to reaching my goals. And, people thought I was totally crazy at this point. Not only because I had been studying for 3 years and took student loans the entire time to do it. So dropping out 1 month before, and I was about to get my degree was, seemed like a crazy decision, but also because a lot of people didn't think that, anyone could make money online. It didn't seem like reality to them. But, I believed in it, and I took that chance, and that decision and commitment has totally changed my life. And I'm so glad that I had the courage to take that calculated risk. And even though I barely had any money and I was struggling to get by, and I wasn't debt, English was my third language, I had no list, no reputation, and really no experience, I finally had a breakthrough. And this image right here is actually a picture from the very room I got started in, at my parents' place at the farm in Iceland. This is where I actually started my business. And you can see a couple of interesting things in this picture. For example, the very first products I ever sold next to the monitor there. Above the monitor, you can see my very first vision statement. And it says, I have started making over $25,000 per month by May 31st, 2013. So that was, something that was important to me. And this was, my goal. And I printed it out and I put it there above my monitor to remind me every day and stay committed and focused. And I actually ended up exceeding this goal by a mile, which I'll show you here in just a second. But you can also notice that I printed out, for example, a quote by one of my all-time heroes, Muhammad Ali, and I put this there as inspiration and support because honestly, I didn't have anyone supporting me. I was quite the opposite. People literally trying to get me away from doing this and go back to school and things like that. And so the only inspiration and support I got was really from looking at these successful people that had already done amazing things and how they look at life and what they say about life, because that's usually very different to the average person. Then you can also see my favorite quote still today there. This is fortune favors the bold. I really believe you have to be a brave person to achieve any fortune that's worthwhile in life. So my breakthrough moment, I realized that if I studied remarketing like crazy and implemented it to selling Kindle books, and once I could sell physical products, which I assumed I'd be able to figure out how to do eventually, I'd be able to apply all of that knowledge there. Because I realized that selling on Amazon must be one of the greatest opportunities online, and even ever online, because of what Brian just went through with Amazon. It's the biggest store online by a mile, and all these different things. Innovator, they're just incredible. So I sought out experts that had years of experience and were doing well outside of just selling how to make money online information, and I decided to commit to real marketing instead of gimmicks, hacks, or try to game Amazon. Next, I also decided to avoid shiny objects and just focus on what I knew would be a success. And to me, that was just mastering selling physical products on Amazon. If I could just master that and become really good at that, that must be something of tremendous value. I realized that. So finally, the day actually came that I'd been waiting for. And I remember it like it was yesterday, and it actually gives me goosebumps thinking about it still today. I was now able to sell physical products finally on Amazon. And so I scraped together $268 for my first order of a health-related product. And the next thing I knew, I was in business. And here's actually a photo of that very first order I ever made. And as you can see in this picture, I placed this order on December 7, 2012. And I actually had to order 60 units. That was basically my limit, and I paid $268 for this. So, pretty cheap to get going here. Then I took everything I've been learning with Kindle and I applied it to my new physical product, and the results just blew me away. Those first units sold out in a matter of a few days. And within a few short months, I was generating over $78,000 a month in revenue. And it quickly grew from there, giving me the ability to travel the world, take care of my family, and live on my own terms. I think back and I'm so grateful that I made that decision sitting there in my college dorm room when everything seemed like it was stacked against me. It's actually a screenshot from my very first account. And you can see here how I went from $169 in my first month to $78,917.16 in just 4 months. And literally all of this came from that first order. Literally was built up from that initial investment of $268. I didn't invest into the business more than that. I just reinvested the earnings. And I kid you not, this is just incredible stuff, but it's real. This happened to me. So, it's been a while, but I'll show you how we do this today. But basically what I realized here is that, at this point, I didn't realize it because, I explained this success with many different things. Obviously, I wanted this to continue and I wanted to be able to do more of this. This is just one product. I wanted to be able to launch more products like this, but I didn't really realize what was going on. Maybe I thought I was just really good at this, or I was some kind of genius, or, I even wondered if I got lucky, different things like that. But the one thing that stayed with me was what actually happened. Like, I need to figure out how to do this reliably. And I soon realized that I actually got quite lucky with this first product. After a few months, I was like, okay, I definitely got lucky here. And, the only natural thing for me to do about that was to figure out how to not, just rely on luck. I wanted to be able to replicate these results. So, in the coming basically 4 years now, more than 4 years, 4.5 years, I've just been, an adamant student of Amazon, and I've figured out how to do this. And I realized from this experience that the real true key and secret to success on Amazon is just choosing the right product, because then you have results like this. If you don't, it's, happened to some subsequent products of mine, it didn't take off like this. It's just because you don't have the right product. You're not tapping into the best possible opportunity. There's tons and tons of ripe opportunities on Amazon that are just amazing. But if you don't choose one of those, if you don't choose the right opportunity, especially if you don't choose the right product to then sell into that opportunity, you won't have results like this. But if you do choose the right opportunity and the right product to sell into that opportunity, then it's like this. Things just take off. And the things you got to do to get these results are just cake, because you got the right product and you're tapping into the right opportunity. So now I've actually figured out how to do this. We can do this all the time. Like, we know how to actually find products like this with almost 100% certainty. And that's something I'm going to show you here on this webinar. So you can actually go ahead and do it yourself. It's simpler than you think. And it just took off from there. So I was doing $7,567 per day, in April. And actually this day where I took the screenshot, I was about to do more because the day isn't finished yet. But I really love the screenshot, and I wanted to show it to you because this gives you, a great insight into the power of Amazon. And how you can see that is if you look at that red line and you look at yesterday, so the day before, I actually did $3,329 in revenue. So in just 24 hours, my revenues had more than doubled. And while it wasn't happening every day, it was still happening like this, you know, just things were just exploding and things were just taking off. And the reason why is not because I was doing some crazy marketing or something like that or promotions. I was just letting the product sit there. So the reason was just that it was gaining momentum. The product was just gaining more and more momentum over time. And because it was the right product for the right opportunity, then Amazon just kept basically promoting the product for me. Like the product started getting within Amazon. And that's how Amazon works. You know, they reward popular choices. They reward popular products. So if you choose the right product, your momentum will just keep building up and up and up. And that's all Amazon. They do the work for you. You don't have to do anything basically to make it happen. I mean, you have to follow certain steps, but it's that simple. And you just got to know how to do it right. But then Amazon will literally, you know, it's not manually, but the algorithm, the computer that is Amazon will show your product because you got the right thing. So that's really the key to success on Amazon. But enough about me. I just want to get into this system and how this applies to you and actually show you how to do this. So how we choose products. And I'll show you some more things as well, because of course there's more to the picture, but that's the big key thing here. So stay tuned, listen in here. I'll show you something amazing. And again, it's simpler than you think. So here's how it works. It's basically 5 steps to success on Amazon. And here they are. So step number 1 is what I just mentioned. So that is choosing the right product. And we call this finding your winner. And in step 1, it's all about identifying that amazing opportunity that's ripe for the picking that you can tap into. And this is the critical first step. And this is what everyone gets wrong. Let me tell you, like every single methodology I've seen for selling on Amazon, besides ours, which is, you know, actually quite new, this level of you know, success that we have. But that, you know, everyone is doing this wrong. I can see everyone doing this wrong because they're basically going into making a sourcing decision on what to sell on Amazon with a guess, and I'll show you why that is the case. That way, it's our step number 1 here. Step number 2 is we then source what we call a hybrid product with edge. This is basically a product that has, you know, that edge or that X factor, so to speak, so that it makes our product one of the most popular choices of its kind on Amazon. It has something that makes people really, really want to buy it. You know, it's something special about the product. So we have a process to get that to happen. I'll actually show the step 2 to you as well here on this webinar. But then, yeah, we're sourcing a hybrid product, meaning that we're not doing just traditional private labeling. We actually have a different approach where you can get started way quicker and with a lot less money. So you can literally source 1 unit of the product to get going if you wanted to. There's no limit, and it could be shipped out the day after you order it. So it changes the game when it comes to private label selling on Amazon. It's still private label selling on Amazon, but it's a hybrid approach to it. Step number 3 is you build a data-driven Amazon method. And this is really simple, really, but you gotta do this right. And it's about, you know, the product listing and things like that. Step number 4 is you then launch the product with a proven formula. And this is our proven product launch formula, which guarantees that this product will start selling from day 1 and start building that momentum. It's happened to me in this example that I just showed you. Step number 5, you measure and optimize the product into a bestseller. And this step is truly, truly unique. Everything about this is something you've never seen before. And we completely invented this. I mean, we invented most of the pieces of this entire puzzle, of course. You know, we've totally made it our own. But number 5 will take you into a different dimension as a seller on Amazon. No one is doing anything like this. So it's just a totally different level of selling on Amazon. But first, I just want to clarify, if you're not sure, our business model is private label selling on Amazon. It means that we create our own brands of physical products and we sell them first and foremost on Amazon. And again, we have a hybrid methodology for making this happen a lot quicker and easier and cheaper than what you may have seen before. This is the perfect way to launch new products and brands. Plus, you can create a highly valuable asset quickly that you can then sell for large multiples, because Amazon businesses are one of the most attractive online businesses for people looking to buy an online business or investors. They don't know how to get something to be best-selling on Amazon or be, highly visible when you search for different search terms. So if you got that asset, it's extremely valuable long-term, both for you, but also obviously for someone that wants to buy it. And people get it because everyone knows and trusts Amazon. So why this model? Well, it's extremely reliable, and that's largely due to the fact that it's very scientific and data-driven. With our approach, it's also extremely profitable, which is my number one favorite reason why this business model is so great. Because, of course, if you want to start and launch your own online business, or if you're already in business, you need to make sure that it's profitable. If not, then what's the point? Because the profit is what you bring home at the end of the day, and you can spend however you like. So that's what really matters in a business. Like this, like a lifestyle business especially. You also want to identify, you can identify, and you will identify proven opportunities, and you'll tap into them quickly and reliably. Using our scientific, that's a major benefit. The opportunities are proven, and you can tap into them with an extremely high success rate, and it's quick and reliable. Amazon is the largest and most trusted online store in the world, and it's welcoming you as a seller. I think that is the biggest and best opportunity for making money online there ever has been, honestly. It just makes sense logically as well. Besides the fact that obviously we have experienced that in so many different ways. The business model is scalable, and it's easy to replicate the results over and over again because it's so reliable. Plus, and it's scientific. Plus, and this is one of my favorite reasons, it's very easy to build a team, so a real business. You can process every single thing out, and you can hire and delegate it to a team and literally have them work on it so that it's results oriented. It's all designed to drive up the results of the business. So you can literally be doing whatever you'd like. The business will run itself and it will grow. And you're the owner. You're not one of the workers or one of the employees in the business. That's a big, big, important thing to make sure of if you want to be a real entrepreneur. Step number 1, find your winner. So this is the big key kind of magic step here. And it is the key to success on Amazon. So this is about how to know with 100% certainty that the product you source will be successful. We have a unique methodology for testing product opportunities with what is called Amazon ads or sponsored ads for ultimate validation. We will literally test selling the product on Amazon and get 100% clear, real life and current data on the conditions for selling this product so you can make educated decisions. We will literally have Amazon tell us whether or not we should source any given product. So there's no more guessing. This approach is not guesswork. It's not hoping that something will work. And it's certainly not scrambling to figure out how to sell our product after we've already sourced it, which is what honestly every other approach that I've seen does. You source a product and then you're left to figure out how to sell it. What search terms to use. How do I run the Amazon ads? How do I run the campaigns? What should I focus on? Then you're figuring that stuff out, and that's completely the wrong way to go about doing things. It just basically leaves your success to chance. Yeah, you may have some reason to believe that the product you source is going to be successful or a good opportunity, but not really. So maybe your chance is a little bit higher than 50%, but not really. So you can do it the way I'm about to show you, and then literally your rate of success, your odds of success with the product are close to 100%. Plus, you also will actually project out the exact profit and things like that of this product per day, per week, per month, per year. So you know what the definition of success is as well. That's what you're after. So if you're happy with those projections, then you'll move forward, and then you have almost 100% certainty if you follow some simple steps to make that happen and get to that level of profit. So this is like a science. We know for certain our product will be successful. And exactly how much so, meaning, how much profit, again, per day, per week, per month, per year it's going to make, and exactly what we have to do to get it to that point in terms of marketing and promotion. So we know this before we make the decision to source the product or not. And here's how to do this. It's all about the search terms. So that's the big key that you need to be aware of. It's all about the search terms. Amazon is a search engine. So it's more things than just a search engine, right? It's an e-commerce store, it's an innovator of technology and all kinds of different things. But first and foremost, Amazon is a massive, massive catalog of products. And the way to access this catalog is through a search. So everything on Amazon starts with a search. So that's the first thing you need to understand. It's a search engine. So almost all your sales on Amazon, if you're a true Amazon seller and you want to leverage their platform for all the traffic and sales they already have on the platform, then it's going to be all about the search term. So 99% of your sales, or at least 95% of your sales, are going to come through a search. So a search term. So our job as sellers on Amazon, if you want to make sure we are actually ripe for the picking, so to speak, that's going to be a real breeze to sell, because it's the right thing at the right time in the right place kind of thing, then we need to look at the search terms. And before we decide and commit and spend any time, money, or energy on actually investing in a product, we literally want to be 100% certain that it's going to be successful and it's going to meet our expectations. So what we have to do is we need to make sure that we find search terms that ripe conditions, meaning they have good amount of traffic, they have a lot of buyer intent, because traffic is not enough. You need to have buyer traffic. You need to make sure the competition isn't too high, so it's going to be, like a fight to the top. Too much so, at least. You want to find opportunities where there's plenty of people buying, spending a lot of money, and there's not a lot of competition. Because you are then going to do everything after this, such as choosing what product to sell and how to set it up, how to promote it, all those things as well. So with this, it's all about the search terms, figuring that out first, then choosing the product. So from idea to conception, we take a very simple and easy to implement data-driven approach. All decisions from what to buy and how to sell it are based on raw hard data, so you can take the guesswork out of the process. This search term data will tell us exactly what people want. So we find search terms that we know will work, and we do it through the Amazon ads, so sponsored ads, which I mentioned, and I'll show you how to do this here just a second. Then we source a product to match what Amazon tells us is good. So based on the search terms that Amazon is telling us, truly, with real hard factual data, are actually ripe for the picking, are good for you to be, selling something through, then you will source a product that is a perfect fit given the search terms that you found. And then you'll market and promote that product to match those search terms and that data you collected as well. So there's a 7-step process for this step number 1, identifying the winner, and here it is. Step number 1 is you find product ideas. Step number 2 is you think of potential search terms. Step number 3 is you create a basic listing. Step number 4 is you buy 5 units or so and you ship them into FBA. Step number 5 is you run Amazon ads with 5 to 10 search terms. Step number 6 is you evaluate the data after about 7 days. And step number 7 is you pick the winner. I'll show you each step in detail here. So steps 1 and 2 are very simple. First step is to simply scour Amazon to identify products you're excited about. And if you already have products or products you want to source and you may want to sell, you're interested in, then that's all taken care of. You already know. But you can use Amazon just to find inspiration. You could look around you, look at products around you. You could look at things that you use, you like, people like, your mom likes, your sister likes. You could even use one of the many tools available to find opportunities on Amazon, like Jungle Scout, to do this. And that's all and well. anything you want to do to basically identify a product that you think would be or could be a good opportunity and you want to explore, that's good enough. You can't mess this up if you're doing the entire 7-step process. You're never going to end up spending any time, money, and energy at all, even on a test or something that's not going to be, worthwhile. So, this is actually where most of the other Amazon approaches, the other methods for selling products on Amazon, and this is where their research ends. So, literally after step 1, so literally from using a tool like Jungle Scout, people would choose what to source. This is completely the wrong way of doing things, because the tools and every other surface level approach, so to speak, that's just based off of data that's available online on Amazon, is like guessing. It's not accurate enough. You can't base a good decision on inaccurate data. And that data is, in fact, inaccurate. Definitely is. You can't get a very good indication. For example, not good enough to make a sourcing decision, because then you're committing time, energy, and money into something. You can't make a decision on that level based off of like estimating competition, just looking at the number of reviews of some of the top ranking products. It's totally inaccurate, because if you're a good seller, you can get a product ranked number 1 with 10 reviews, but you're still a good, strong competitor. So it doesn't, that's just one reason why it's flawed. I mean, it's the entire approach. But my point is, every single approach for selling on Amazon, this is where their research ends. And to me, that's crazy, because you're just basically guessing. So step number 1 for us is this. It's just like the ideation phase, coming up with an idea that has some signs that it could be a good opportunity. That's step 1 for us. So we got 6 more steps to go. Step number 2 is, and it's also very simple, and this is just think of what you would type into Amazon when searching for that product. So what search terms would you use if you're looking for that kind of product? And make a list of the 5 terms or so that you think are likely, and you start with that. So just think logically, what would people be typing into Amazon and looking for this kind of product? And after you identify an opportunity, you think, it's good, you'll just do this. And literally, you can't go wrong again. Just guess and write that down, and then you're good to go. And now we move to step number 3. And this step is about creating a basic listing. So if you're already selling on Amazon, you know how easy this is. You just have your seller account for Amazon, Seller Central, and then you click a button, like create a new listing, and then you just put in the information that Amazon will ask you to put in. You can't really mess it up. And I'll show you the exact things to put into the listing setup creation process here. That's what I'm going to do. But if you've never sold on Amazon, just know that it's extremely easy as well. You will just go to sellercentral.amazon.com and sign up for a new seller account, which anyone can do, literally from anywhere in the world. And it takes only a few minutes to get it up and running. And then you can do this. You can just click the button to create a new listing. And then this is the information to put in. First, you need to give them a unique UPC code, because you're looking to create your own listing that no one else is selling on. And to do this, you need to buy a UPC code. And that's extremely cheap and easy. So you just go to Google, just Google buy cheap UPC code, and you can find many, many different sites that sell that. And it will cost you less than $2, and it will take you only about 2 to 3 minutes to get this. So very simple and easy. Then you will simply invent some kind of brand name. This is just for a test. So you're not going to actually sell using this brand name. If you do decide to pursue this product seriously, this is just for a test. So just invent something for this. Then you would craft a basic title that contains the 5 main search terms. Remember, the ones you're guessing on that you think are popular searches when people want to buy this product. Create a basic title with that. Then you craft 5 short bullet points and highlight 5 benefits of the product with those. Then you will craft a very simple and short description of the product. And then you'll use medium or higher quality images. And it's fine to just use 3 to 4. And you can just grab these online. Really, the only one that truly matters here is the main one. It should be at least decent quality and an accurate representation of the product. And again, just grab these online, quick and easy and simple. And it's fine for this test. Then you want to input the 5 search terms into the backend search term section. Remember, the same ones again. And then you want to price the product at an average price point, which is just, what you see as average when you look through Amazon and you look at products similar. It's just a rough estimate. It doesn't have to be the exact average, but just look at what products are being sold for and then price around average. Step number 4 is you want to get a few pieces of what we call test inventory. So this can be any unbranded inventory. I'm talking about 3 to 5 units here. You could buy this off of Amazon and ship it to your home and then ship it back in. Literally, you can find unbranded inventory on Amazon for most products. You could buy it off of a site like Alibaba and identify a supplier to buy from. My favorite choice, AliExpress. That you can usually buy unbranded pieces of inventory for most products in one click. You could also buy this off of a different online store. You could buy it in a local store, and then you can ship it into FBA. So after you buy it, from any one of these places, then ship it into FBA. It's Amazon fulfillment service, and yeah. So step 5, run Amazon ads. So this is also very simple. You will just basically set up an Amazon ad campaign within Seller Central. This is also just one click of the button, and you select one campaign. And again, Amazon will ask you for to select this information. I'm just showing you what to select. It takes like 2 minutes to set this up. Select one campaign, average daily budget of $10 to $20. Duration should be 1 week. Choose manual targeting. Default bid should be $2. Then you provide your own keywords, which is, again, the 5 that you think people are searching for. It could be up to 10 if you wanted to, but no need. And then the match type should be exact. Now, step 6 is you evaluate the data. And this is the big important step here. So I'll show you a real life example of how this works and how to actually make sure that the product you pick is going to be a winner. But basically, after you run the Amazon ads for 7 days, now it's time to do this. And these are the main numbers we look at: impressions, amount of clicks, and cost per click. And impressions, here's what they mean. First, I'll tell you what these mean, then I'll show you a clear example of how this works and what you need to see for it to be a winner. So impressions is the amount of people searching for the search term, right? So that's important to know. And this is for any given search term. Amount of clicks is how many people are clicking the ad. And that's a really good indication of the level of buyer intent. So how keen people are to actually buy the product, because if they're clicking through on one of the first results that come up when they type something in, they're more keen buyers. They're looking to find a product to buy. But if they don't click, they scroll down, they keep searching, then it's more like browser traffic. So people that are not just necessarily looking to buy something, they're looking to just search and browse and look at different products. And they also click that, but in lower amounts. So if you divide the clicks by the impressions, you get the click-through rate. That's a really good indication of the actual buyer intent, the level of buyer traffic. Within cost per click is simply how much you need to pay. It's a very good indication of competition, highly accurate, because it's a free market. So the higher competition is bidding for the click, competing with you on receiving those clicks from the ads, the higher the competition. Then you look at sales and ACoS. And sales is obviously the amount of sales you get. And all fine and well. You may not have sales to the test because it's just a test. But if you do, then you want to look at really the next number, which is ACoS. And that's average cost of sale. The average cost of sale is a percentage. And this percentage tells you whether or not the search term is actually profitable. So if the percentage is lower than your profit margin percentage, it would be a profitable search term as an ad. So that's very important if you have sales to look at that. People should be clicking. That's the main thing, though. If you see that happening and it's within the parameters I'll show you in just a second for identifying a winner and knowing for sure it's a winner or not, then you're in luck. And you also want to look for low-hanging fruit type of search terms where there's less impressions but a lot of clicks and a lot of buyer intent. So here's example number 1. We got 6 search, and you can see how they all look quite different, but I want to point out the first 2. So look at search number 1 and number 2 here. You can see that both have about the same amount of impressions, so it's 8,000, both. And then, that's similar, right? But look at the clicks. That's where they get really different. So if you look at search number 1, it only has 10 clicks. Search number 2 has 28 clicks. And this tells us that search number 2 is a lot more valuable. It has way more buyer intent. And from there, we obviously know a lot about the 2 different search terms. And the reason why this is happening, by the way, you can not see the actual search terms because they're blurred out because they're one of our products, but you can notice that search number 1 is shorter than search number 2. And the reason is that search term number 1 is just too broad. It's a short search term and it's too broad. It's a browser's search term. People are, yes, searching a lot, but they're not likely to buy. But for search number 2, they're also searching a lot, but they're way more likely to buy because it's more specific. They're more specific about what they want. So they're more likely to actually, look at your product and be like, oh, this may be exactly what I want to buy. So that's the big difference. And you can also compare the CPCs, and number 2 has a higher CPC, but that's fine. It's more valuable. And search number 2 here actually also had sales. So that's like the ultimate confirmation of the search term, because if the search term has sales, and if the ACoS is lower than the profit margin, remember, then it's a true, winner. And this literally is a profitable test. So the ACoS is below 30%, then every time we source a product on Amazon, we want to make sure that profit margin is at least 30%. So here the ACoS is below 30%, meaning that for 100% certain, if you source this product, it will be profitable through the search term. Also notice search number 4, it has a very low ACoS, 5%. So this one would definitely be successful and very, very profitable because the ACoS will also go down. Once you put up a listing that's truly optimized and designed for selling, and you have the perfect product, it's going to do extremely well. And the ACoS is going to go way down, 3-4 times. So here we literally know 100% for certain that this product, if we go ahead and source a serious product for this, that is the perfect fit. We set up a really good listing, not just like a basic test listing like this. We're going to be very profitable with this product. Now it's a fact, like it's not a guess at all. So this is how it works. I'm actually just going to skip through example 2 because it's not showing you anything else really. And let's go to step number 7, which is picking the winner. And now I think you've got a good understanding of how this works. Going through how to evaluate data, those main numbers in example number 1, as I showed you. But let me show you step number 7 here as well. This is about picking the winner, and this is the big kind of magic step. And I'll make sure you can't make the wrong decision here because I'm giving you what we call our benchmarks. So there's 3 main things you look at here, and if there's any given search term meets these criteria, these 3, it is definitely a winner. And the criteria are that the impressions for the 7 days, so the test, are 250 at a minimum. The click-through rate, which is clicks divided by impressions, are 0.25% at a minimum. And the cost per click, the CPC, is 150 or lower. If the search term meets these criteria, it is a winner. Again, sales are not needed at the product validation phase. But do note that if you have sales and the search term is ROI positive, like in this example that I just showed you, example number 1, that's best. And that's the ultimate confirmation. And this actually happens more than you'd think. So the money is in the data. There's no more guessing with this approach. We have a very clear idea of revenue and profit for a product before ever sourcing it. We know where the money is at and where exactly to focus our efforts. This allows us to penetrate and carve out and own our own space in even competitive markets. And this opens up a massive amount of opportunity. So next, I want to show you a little bit more here, and it's about how to then choose the product. Once you have identified the winner, how do you choose a quote-unquote hybrid product with edge, which is step 2, remember, of our process. And first off, to find the edge, we use what we call the edge questionnaire. So we can actually find it, find our edge with a series of questions. And here's a few I use so you can copy my process. First, you'll ask a question like, and this is after you identify a few search terms that are winners, and you validated them through what I just showed you. You know for sure they're winners. And it could be 1, 2, or more, but it could even just be 2. But I say top 5 because it could be, if you have 8, then look at the 5, right? The top 5. Don't look at more than that for this. Then, what do these tell me about what the people I'm about to target are looking for exactly? What are the features, benefits, variations, and uses they actually specify? Because the search terms will always specify something. They'll be about something, right? There'll be a color or a functionality or a material. They will say something like, for example, if I was looking at a tripod, it could be like an aluminum tripod or a tall tripod or a small tripod, or even a wooden tripod. It could be something like that. So then, of course, from this, we know that the people utilizing the search term want to buy, for example, a wooden tripod, a tripod made out of wood. So now, obviously, we have to source a tripod made out of wood if we're going to actually use the search term and market to those people. So now we have one thing to define the product. We'll ask further questions like, who is in my audience? So based on that, who are the people that are in my audience coming through these searches that I want to target? What is their gender, age, income level, personality, identity, likely to be like? And for example, with the more likely, that's going to be like more affluent, serious type of older aged, probably more male, more masculine audience, and things like that. So we know a lot. I mean, we'll use this to define the actual product and the product offer to be absolutely amazing and extremely, extremely appealing to people coming through these searches. Then we'll ask a question like, what would the best possible product look like to those people? So given that, what is their perfect product? And we use these kind of questions to define the perfect product to source. So now we know what we want to source. And then we will utilize what I call the hybrid sourcing. And of course, at this point, the product will be successful before you decide to source it if you use the method I just showed you for picking winners. But still, if you're low on cash, you can use our quote-unquote hybrid methodology to get started for as little as $100 to $250. Sometimes full private label orders need about $500 to $1,000, but you can get started with this different approach for a lot less and a lot quicker, because full private label orders can take 30 days or more, but this will take you a few days. And this is how it works. We call this the hybrid approach. So it's very easy to source generic or unbranded products like we did for the test. That's very easy to find that. And because in those instances, and most manufacturers and suppliers have this, by the way, but in these cases, the manufacturer already made the product, so they already have the product in stock, and it's the same product you would private label. The only difference is that it doesn't have a logo or branding on the actual unit, but it's the same quality and everything. So, and it's already been made. So this means you can always get these in as little as just a few units. There's no real limit to how few products or many products you need to actually source, because the products have already been made, and the manufacturer or the supplier is happy to provide them to you if you want just a few units. And you can use one of the methods recommended earlier on in this webinar for this test inventory, to find this inventory. Then all you really have to do to create your own product listing on Amazon and literally have a private label listing, so you control everything, the marketing, you're the only seller, Amazon will accept you as having a private label unit. All you gotta do for that, and really we do private labeling from an Amazon perspective, is so we have that control, which is by far the greatest way to make money on Amazon. All you gotta do to have that now is to do what we call polybag and sticker. And this simply means you put the product in a bag and then you put a sticker on the back. And so what the sticker would say It's just like the brand name or the product name. Even could be a nice sticker if you wanted to, design sticker with product information and like a label, and it would have your logo and everything. But literally, this makes the product branded to your own brand. Um, and you could put something more in the bag if you wanted to, like a thank you card and stuff to make it nice. And literally, this is all you got to do. And then you got your own private label product. And you may have already received a product like this when buying on Amazon. And it's because many of the top sellers only do this, always. They only use this approach, ever. And it's because it works. And it's a lot simpler and more scalable. This allows you to start multiple products quickly and easily because you can get a new product in just 10, 20 units and put it in a bag. The supplier will do all of that for you, the bagging and things. It's very simple, and anyone would do that for you because it's the simplest actually prepare products for shipping. And people will be completely happy if they buy this because the product is actually good, and this is expected. They won't maybe be absolutely stoked, but they will be happy, and it's good enough. And you can easily put out many products quickly like this and scale from 10 units to 30 units to 60 units. And then once you build the product up and it's actually now very profitable and successful, then you may want to go into a full private label order, so to speak. So now you order units that are branded, have your logo and branding on them, and you put them in a nice box, for example. So they're like the full, whole deal. And they could be sold in a retail store. Like it's super nice, everything about the product. It's your own design, colors, nice box, everything like that. You can go into that once you've truly established the product on Amazon and it's already profitable for you. But that's the hybrid approach.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel. I really appreciate that. And guys, I just want to point out just how important it is for you to, picking a profitable product is critical to your success. That's the reason Daniel was able to scale from, nothing in his first month to almost $2,000 in sales in 1 month. And then literally take that and scale it into almost $80,000 within a matter of just a few short months. And, we walked you through that exact process that we use to identify products that we know will make many thousands of sales. But we also know that this is where people can get say, and that's where we're going to be eliminating the guesswork for you. We're going to literally handpick not one, but 25 profitable products that we know will make you money. And we're going to hand those to you on a silver platter here. Talk more about that in just a moment. But right now, you're sitting at your computer watching this webinar. You've heard how this works, and you know that using Amazon can be a great way to make sales. Everyone knows that selling on Amazon works. Just look at how many normal folks are actually making sales on Amazon right now. That's why you're so smart to start using Amazon. And that's why we've decided to create something really special for you. I want to introduce you to the Infinity Code. The Infinity is designed to help you discover the right market, find the right product to sell, prove your product is a winner ahead of time before you ever source it, quickly and easily source your product, get set up on Amazon the right way, quickly and easily start generating sales every single day like clockwork, as well as scaling and expanding your business by following a brand new, simple, proven, and easy to implement system. So if you want to create time and financial freedom, if you want to build a business that lasts for the long term, if you want to build something that has real value and could even be sold one day and never have to worry about competition on Amazon and sell your products like crazy day in and day out, all while avoiding the pitfalls and all of the costly mistakes that we've made along the way, this is specifically for you. So here's how we're going to do it. We've combined 7 critical components to your success. We've combined the full Infinity Code core training, our personalized coaching and support, the 6-figure case studies, the private mastermind, our copy and profit templates, the go, no go service, the expansion blueprint. So let's dig into each of these. The full Infinity Code core training is a $7,995 value in and of itself. This includes 9 core training modules that we walk you through each week with 63 plus training videos throughout these modules. We literally give A to Z of everything that you need. We include cheat sheets, checklists, action plans, and a heck of a lot more so that it's easy for you to follow along and, most importantly, implement the things you need to do every single week. We have weekly live training calls where we train you on the topics in the core modules, as well as we have live Q&A sessions for you. We've got our done-for-you profitable products, which is kind of a bonus critical component here, which is absolutely priceless. Again, we're handing you 25 profitable products that we know will make you money. We will handpick them personally, and we're going to give you all the data and all the details that you need. So this is going to massively shorten your path to making money, and it's going to eliminate all the guesswork for you. Plus, as a bonus, it's going to save you a ton of time because you can literally take one of these and run with it. You know, we've literally assessed thousands upon thousands of products, and we know how to differentiate what's going to be a winner and what's not. So we can look at something and almost know instantly whether this product's going to be a winner or not. And we know what makes money. So we want to deal with this aspect for you so that you don't have to. So let us select a product that we choose, and you can just run with that. This will eliminate the risk for you of pursuing any type of product which won't work. Focus and make money from the ones that do. Personalized coaching and support is a $3,995 value. This comes in 3 pillars. Pillar number 1 is our personalized coaching. What you need to understand is people have paid as much as $35,000 just to work with us on a one-to-one basis. And what you're going to be getting here is essentially the same thing, but in the form of unlimited support from both Daniel and I. This is included in the Infinity Code training. Pillar number 2 is our 24-hour private support system. You direct access to our team of experts who can quickly assist you with any hurdles you come across or questions that you have. And pillar number 3 is entry to our Facebook mastermind community, where we'll have our full team of mentors and experts ready to help you on a daily basis so you can interact with other members inside the members area, as well as coaches and our trusted advisors. This brings the total value to over $11,990 for the Infinity Code training. We have our 6-figure case studies at $295 value, able to watch, learn, and copy from high volume sellers. I've always said that the best way to learn something is to look at direct examples of how others have done it. And that's why we're going to hand you a series of case studies that detail some of our past students' biggest successes, some of whom have created Amazon businesses that do well in excess of 6 figures per month. This brings the total value to over $14,485 plus dollars. We've got our private mastermind, a $5,995 value. This is our advanced tactics to help you increase your traffic and sales. After you've completed the core training and you're up, you're running, and you're earning, we're going to be hosting a series of private members-only mastermind sessions. Here you're going to learn advanced tactics to increase your earnings, boost the value of your business, and continue to build your empire. We'll be focusing on how to quickly scale your business, expand your network of sites and products, as well as how to implement our automation and our outsourcing tactics so you can literally earn more by working less. This brings the total value to over $20,480 plus dollars. We've got our copy and profit templates, a $1,995 value. This is even more done for you components to eliminate the guesswork for you. We're giving you checklists, spreadsheets, flowcharts, process maps, and more so that it's quick and easy for you to implement the things that you need to profit in the business. This brings your total value to over $22,475 plus dollars. You're getting access to our Go No Go service, a $995 value, where we will greenlight your product to expedite your success. So you can, again, literally get our stamp of approval on a product so you have the confidence to sell your product. This is all about helping you realize, again, that choosing the right product is everything. So if you have a unique product you're thinking about doing, or you come across something else, you can literally get our stamp of approval on that. This is a total value of $23,470 plus. You get access to the expansion blueprint, discover the difference, okay success and astronomical success. You'll learn the next phase of your business after you've started earning on Amazon to really be able to expand and take things to a whole new level. That's a $3,995 value. So your total value with the full Infinity Code core training, the done-for-you profitable products, the personalized coaching and support, our 6-figure case studies, the private mastermind, our copy and profit templates, the go, no-go service, our expansion blueprint, it's a total combined value of $27,465 plus. You're getting the exact same system that we've used to generate millions of dollars in sales, generating over $1 million in sales in only 30 days, or generating up to $158,000 in just one day on only one account. Folks like Dan and Monica, who were able to get to $50K per month in 6 months and are now generating well over $100,000 plus per month. They had this to say, I'm blown away by the content in this course. Daniel shares every single step of his methodology, so all you need to do is implement it. Most impressive is Daniel has simplified and streamlined what most make complicated. We are confident we'll double our revenue and profit within 12 months using this methodology. Thanks, Daniel and Ryan. You can take a peek inside Dan and Monica and see them generating over $123,140 in just a matter of 1 month. Now you can see here them adding another 17,732 pounds in 1 month from their UK account. Audie, who was already generating 7 figures per year. So if you're successful now, he came across this and within 1.5 years, he has quadrupled his business. And now he's on his way to the 8-figure mark. Folks like John, who were struggling, stuck at 3K in sales, no matter what he did, couldn't break past that plateau. Within a matter of just 2 months working with together, his sales skyrocketed 1,000 per month. And less than a year later, by the spring of 2016, his sales were approaching 20,000 per month, which is an increase of over 600% in less than a year. You can see here, John generating over $200,000 in just 12 months from his Amazon US account. And if you've ever wanted to build a business to sell, I absolutely love Ross and Sarah's story from New Zealand. You can run and build this business wherever you live, which is one of the amazing things about it. But they went from no experience, literally 0 experience, to selling their business and completely cashing out within 18 months. We've helped them through the entire process. We even approved their first product through the go, no-go form that you actually get when you invest in the Infinity Code today. They ultimately cashed out for selling that business, and Ross had this to say. He said, "This journey has been amazingly life-changing for us and our family. We are incredibly grateful for the training and support we were given by these guys. Without them, we would not be where we are today." And so by now, I'm sure you're wondering about the price. And you need to know that Daniel and I charge a minimum of $15,000 for private coaching and consulting. And people happily pay it because we get them real results. Our 2-day events regularly sell out at a minimum of $7,000 or more. And I'm sure you've seen other trainings that don't even offer you a fraction of what you're getting today sell for $5,000 or more. So what is this all worth for you? You're getting the full Infinity Code core training, a $7,995 value, the done-for-you profitable products, which is priceless, the personalized coaching and support, a $3,995 value, the 6-figure case studies, a $2,495 value, the private mastermind, a $5,995 value, the copy and paste templates, our $1,995 value. The Go No Go service, a $995 value. The expansion blueprint, a $3,995 value. That's a total combined value of over $27,465. And at that price, it would still be an incredible bargain, because just think, I mean, I spent almost $30,000 my entire freshman year of college for school to take some general elective classes that literally, if I was lucky and graduated college, I would have spent over $120,000 on tuition to be able to go get a job earning $45,000 a year, maybe. And my nephew right now is spending nearly $40,000 a semester on tuition. Absolutely insane what those types of things cost. And today, you're not going to have to invest $27,465 or even $19,997. You won't even have to pay $14,997. You won't even have to pay $9,997. You won't even pay $4,995, like a lot of other courses out there, or even $3,495, or even $2,495. And yet, at that price, you would be getting an incredible deal. Remember, Daniel was able to make almost that in his entire first month, just getting started. And yet alone, within 4 months, was generating nearly $80,000 plus a month and growing. Literally, his first product generated millions of dollars in sales. You can get complete access today for 3 installments of $597. In fact, though, you can get started for even less, because we're giving you a $294 discount with our instant payment discount option of $14.97. You can go to theinfinitycode.net/buck and choose your payment option. The instant 20% savings, $294 discount is there available for you on the left-hand side. Now, I need you to understand that Daniel and I will personally give you everything you need to succeed. But it gets even better for you, because you can get this today and you can literally have no payments and no interest as long as you pay it off in 6 months. You see, we have partnered with PayPal Credit. So if you're a US resident and you qualify, now this is PayPal's terms, not ours, you can get no payments, no interest if paid in full within 6 months. So here's how that works. When you go to theinfinitycode.net/buck, what I've done is I've created a very simple video. It's about 90 seconds long, and you can go ahead and click on that video and watch it. It'll walk you through the process of how to see if that's something that's going to be a fit for you. Now, if PayPal Credit doesn't apply to you, you can get started literally again for only $597 today. So here's what to do. Go to theinfinitycode.net/buck. Choose your investment option. And I need you to understand, Daniel and I have been in your shoes before. We have seen other opportunities to invest in trainings, and we've invested in lots of trainings. We continually do that. One of the things that we always pride ourselves on is that we know how to structure training so that you have the maximum chance of getting that desired outcome, as well as we have full commitment to be able to support you. We personally do everything we can to help you, getting on extra calls for Q&A, doing additional training sessions, personally responding to thousands of support tickets, being active in our Facebook community, just doing every single thing that we possibly can to make sure you reach the goal that you want. So we wanted to do something even more special for you. And we wanted to make sure you understood that you can test drive this completely risk-free. We want to show you how much we actually care about your success by proving it to you inside the Infinity Code training. So we're giving you 30 days to test this for yourself. If you don't love everything that you see, you can literally get started today. And if you don't like it for any reason, we don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now. Just let us know, and we will give you a 100% full refund. There's no shenanigans here. There's no questions asked. There's no wiggle clauses. Literally, we are taking all the risk for you. We stand behind what we're offering you inside the Infinity Code 100%. And we know if you implement this training, you can see results. So now you have 2 choices, just like Daniel had 2 choices. Option number 1 for you is you can do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. You know, life will go on. You may build a business that is incredibly successful. You may stay where you're at. Things may get better. They may get worse. You know, that is just how life will kind of play out, of course. Option number 2, though, is you can pony up this small investment today of only $597 and get started, compared to all the value you are receiving in return, and literally just give it a shot. You either succeed or we don't want your money. With everything you're getting so far, this is a total bargain. But we wanted to do a special bonus because we know that live events change lives. I actually went to Buck's live event there in Boulder, Colorado, dropped in and got to chat with him a little bit. And I know that attending these kind of events can change your life because they've changed mine. They've changed Daniel's as well. That's where we're doing a NDA live event, which is a non-disclosure agreement event. Means you need to sign a non-disclosure agreement to come in. It's valued at $9,995. You'll be able to come meet us as well as our trusted advisors, so you can literally take your business to a whole another level. And I want you to know that this event isn't just about the content that you're going to be hearing from us when we're on the stage and from our trusted advisors. While that content is going to be amazing, what you need to understand is that you're the networking that you're going to be doing, the connections, the belief building when you're seeing other people like yourself who are having success. That's going to really help you be able to take things to a whole new level. And I bring that up because Daniel and I actually met at an event just like this, and we went on to build incredibly successful businesses. I met some other folks at an event as well, and I built a 7-figure business with those folks. I mean, it literally, live events can dramatically impact your life. I mean, I just attended an event called Traffic and Conversions, and as a result of going to that event, Daniel and I have added an additional $100,000+ in just the last 60 days, not even, to our business, probably 45 days, which is absolutely incredible. So we've decided, though, on this webinar to do something even more special for you. This is going to be extremely limited, and on this webinar, we're going to give the next 25 action takers 3 fast action bonuses. And I know several of these spots are already taken for those who've already invested in the Infinity Code by going to theinfinitycode.net/Buck. But you can get even more value with our fast action bonuses. So here's how this works. Fast action bonus number 1 is our 30 days to 1K case study. This is a $297 value. And you're going to discover how to leverage a simple and easy process to almost guarantee $1,000 in sales in the next 30 days. This case study is going to teach you something that's proven, it's time-tested, and it's a simple way to generate profits at will. We've utilized this for I've done it for over 10 years, and we just utilized this recently to generate nearly $2,000 in actual profits within just a few days. So you're going to get that whole playbook for you inside the Infinity Code when you're one of the next 25 to invest. You get fast action bonus number 2, our GBSS method. This is a $397 value. Here you can discover how to make your products go viral so you can see dramatic increases in sales and profits. Here's on this screen, you can see just a massive spike kind of right there in the middle. And on this, you see a big spike of sales, almost $47,000 in sales. Now, this wasn't over the course of a month or a week or even a day. Within a matter of just a few hours, Daniel was able to sell a product almost 2,878, almost 2,900 units, 2,878 units to be exact, were sold within the matter of just a few hours, generating nearly $47,000 in sales. You're going to understand the exact process that went into this inside the GBSS method. Fast action bonus number 3 is the Ryan and Daniel partnership opportunity. So how would you like to have the opportunity to join forces with Daniel and I to truly grow and expand your business? You know, this is a $5,000 value at a minimum, but I believe it's priceless because we have already helped previous partners grow multiple 6 and 7-figure plus businesses, and we're looking for our next partner. Now, we know that the best place to find our partner is from within our student base. And that's why we're going to be turning to our Infinity Code members to make sure we can truly help you succeed and partner with those who understand our methodology, our frameworks, our systems and processes. So when you invest in the Infinity Code today and you're one of the next 25 folks, you'll get the opportunity to apply to become a partner with Daniel and I inside the Infinity Code. So what is this all worth? You're getting 12 core components here. The full Infinity Code core training, a $7,995 value. The done-for-you profitable products, priceless. Personalized coaching and support, a $3,995 value. The six-figure case studies, a $2,495 value. Our private mastermind, a $5,995 value. Our copy and profit templates, a $1,995 value. Our Go No-Go service, a $995 value. The expansion blueprint, which is a $3,995 value. Our NDA live event, $9,995 value. The 30 days to 1K case study, $297 value. The GBSS method, $397 value. The Ryan and Daniel partnership opportunity, a $5,000 plus value. That's a total value of over $43,154. And you can literally, you're getting this huge discount on this webinar. You can literally get started for only $597 today. Remember, you can save an additional $294 by making the one-time investment of $1,497. We've got that 0 payments and 0 interest if paid in full within 6 months option for those who do qualify for that. Remember, those are PayPal's rules, not ours, but we wanted to make sure that was available to you if possible. And also, Daniel and I are 100% committed to your success. We've literally put together everything that we possibly can think of to help you reach your goals. This is exactly what we wish someone would have given us when we wanted to build a physical products business. We've got our 100% money back guarantee. You could literally get started today. And if you don't like the Infinity Code for any reason, we don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now. Just let us know and we'll give you a 100% full refund. No questions asked. There's no wiggle clauses. We are taking all the risk for you. I need to give you a warning though. This is only available for a limited time. You see, we are taking this completely off the market and we have no plans at that stage of reopening it. If we were to reopen it, the chances are it would be at a much higher price because of all the value that you're getting with the program. We've got our next live training here coming up in just a few days. So we have to be able to work with our students. So it's literally now or never. You've watched this entire presentation and you want to have time and financial freedom or you wouldn't be here. And you know this is an excellent value. So take advantage of this incredible discount today, all the amazing bonuses, and the can't lose guarantee now. Here's what to do. Go to theinfinitycode.net/buck. Choose your payment option and get started now. Once you've clicked on the link, theinfinitycode.net/buck, you enter in your payment details, okay? You'll be on our secure payment form, enter in your payment details, click pay now. You're gonna be taken directly to our thank you page where you'll be able to follow 2 steps to getting your membership account set up. Once you've set up your membership account, you can literally access part of the training right now. You'll go through our welcome process. You can start right away on module number 1, start working through everything, get registered for our next coming live training, get inside our Facebook mastermind group. All of that is available to you now. So again, here's everything you're getting. You're getting 12 amazing components to your success for being able to sell on Amazon. That's a total value of over $43,154. You can get access to by going to theinfinitycode.net/buck. So go ahead and get started now. And I've already seen folks jumping in. So remember, we only have 25 spots for those fast action bonuses. Now, Buck and Daniel, I do want to open this up for some Q&A. And I know we are having a little bit of some tech things, so I'm just going to leave my screen here as it is.
Don't touch it,
so we don't end up having some tech problems. So Daniel and Buck, if you want to kind of cue some questions, maybe Daniel, as you kind of are going through, I know you probably wrote some stuff down, but
Yep.
I'll just go off the top of my head here, Buck, if you don't mind. We get it all the time. How much time do I need to kind of invest in my business? So I just wanted to answer that right now for folks, because I think it's important for you to understand, while this is an amazing amount of value, what we have done is we've distilled every single thing that you need to do down to a few core components, okay? And we highly, like I know Buck does in his business, we highly leverage the 80-20 rule, okay? What we've done is we've focused in on having you do the right things so that you can block out all that other noise and generate literally 80, 90, 95% of your results, and then utilize kind of some of the more advanced tactics we talk about to really expand and grow things. And what that means for you is that allows you to literally be able to build this business starting out with 5 to 10 hours per week. Okay. So if you can commit 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day or so, this is for you. The key thing here is consistency. And I know, Buck, you've been building your supplement business for, man, I think the last time you were talking about that, it was like between the different ones over a decade or something like that.
11 years.
11 years, yeah. And the key for you has always been, I'm sure, consistency as well. Guys, any business that you do, it's about doing the right things and about doing them on a consistent basis. And that's what we've combined here, and why we believe so much in supporting you through the process. We literally have created a full kind of accountability process that we walk you through every single week. And we help you make sure you are reaching the goals that you have for your business.
So, Ryan, I've got a couple of questions here. This was an incredible presentation, even though we had the technical glitches, and you guys are living the lifestyle, because you're operating your businesses from Hong Kong, which is great.
Yeah.
Having that kind of a lifestyle and jet set lifestyle. So really cool. So we had a couple of folks that were asking interesting questions. Now, a lot of folks came into my universe because of my background in health and dietary supplements. So a couple questions came in and said, was that product that Daniel did $7,500 on, was that a dietary supplement, or was it some other kind of physical product?
It was a health related product. Yeah. The first product he started with was, yes, a health related product. We've expanded now into, a massive variety of niches. I mean, we've sold everything from in the toy category to, home and kitchen to pets. I mean, all over the place. So opportunity lies literally within every category. The key is basically being able to understand how we utilize that very simple 7-step process Daniel walked you through to find the right opportunities to be able to sell. Now, if folks already have an existing line of products, we can take those exact same products, run them through our tests. So for example, I think you've got like 5 or 6 core products. I can't quite remember offhand, but somewhere around that. Yeah. And so some of those I know probably sell much better on Amazon than others. And I know you probably are not optimizing and all these different types of things, but naturally it's just kind of the case. You've got your best selling products. So if someone's got a product line already, they can run them through the process that Daniel walked people through today, and we can identify which of those would actually be a fit for the current environment on Amazon. It's not just like, oh, I've already got all these products, let me just pop them on there, they can be successful. You can still have them there, but we want to make sure, again, 80-20 rule, how are we maximizing what we need to maximize, and then letting the other stuff kind of do its own thing.
So you're saying you can apply your techniques to both dietary supplements and a wide variety of products. It's not a health specific program.
Yeah, 100%. We highly recommend folks, look outside of just say health, or if they're already in electronics, outside of that too. I mean, again, we look at the full spectrum. We believe that, Amazon, again, there's millions and millions of products out there, and there's hundreds of thousands and hundreds of thousands, if not more, opportunities there. So why limit yourself to just one category and one section of one category when you could literally be selling in so many different places and on international marketplaces too, which opens up a whole new world for folks as well. And we talk all about that inside the training.
Fantastic. A lot of people have complained to me because I'm not the expert on Amazon, although we sell our products on Amazon, but we don't use it. We advertise elsewhere to drive awareness and interest in our products that people ultimately may go to Amazon to buy them, which is fine for us. But I've heard for people that try to focus on Amazon as the channel for them, that, hey, it's cutthroat. And this is not a question from the audience. I'm just sort of sharing what I've heard. So it'd be interesting to get your perspective on it. This is cutthroat. It's very difficult to find. It looks like all the niches have already been occupied and taken, so the opportunity is not there. Or if I find something, then I immediately get whacked or what have you. What would you say to that? Because I know a lot of what you've discussed is about not only scaling but sustaining.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'll answer part of this, and I think Daniel should give his take on it as well. So, it's interesting that people always say that, Buck, you're in supposedly one of the most cutthroat niches there could be. Yeah. And yet, you and Michael have been able to grow a massively successful business. And part of the reason you were able to do that is because you do things differently. You figured out your kind of unique angle, your kind of strategy, et cetera. And that's exactly what we have done. While there are some categories that have more competition than in others, when you run products through the proven process that Daniel has shown you, and what we kind of go through in the other steps, if the product is an opportunity or not right away. So if Amazon is giving you the data that it is an opportunity, there's opportunity for you to make real money there, and sometimes very, very significant money just from one product. The difference is all of these other people, and what makes us so different is all of these other people, they stop at step one, part one, where it's like, oh, hey, I should look at, this product's selling really well. I'm going to start selling these, oven gloves, for barbecuing or something. And there's 1,000 people selling the exact same thing, zero differentiation, nothing. And not only that, I mean, Daniel, maybe you talk a little bit about how we always look to add that edge to our product that really makes us stand out. It's just like, again, what makes your products, your supplements different from your competitors is yours have edge. You have unique things. You've got maybe this study, or you've got this or that, et cetera. And we do the same thing with our physical products so that we can stand out. But again, with the competition too, one other thing, Daniel, maybe to chime in on, I'm just going to grab a sip of water which is why I'm passing it off to you, is talk about a little bit about what we do outside of US as well, and how those marketplaces work.
Yeah, sure. So, my take on this is basically that, yes, I mean, it's true that the supplement space is one of the most competitive on Amazon. And for certain products, it's extremely cutthroat. But as you guys know, there's a ton of supplements you can sell. And, there's so many different layers and steps to a process that does enable you to be successful, even with or amidst a lot of competition. So, first, like Ryan mentioned, you make sure you do your research right, so you know what you're going into. But I think the biggest thing that makes us different in our approach, so you're absolutely able to penetrate basically any market, is that we look at things on the search term level. So for any product, there's hundreds of different search terms that can be utilized to sell a product through. But we literally will usually focus on 2 to 5. That's it. And for even the most competitive products, there are always basically going to be 2 to 5 search terms that have been mostly overlooked by most of the competition. It may not be like the number 1 and number 2 search terms of all, but if there's this much competition for a product on Amazon, then it means there's a ton of volume as well. And that means there's a ton of search terms that you could tap into. So you're able to really get into something that isn't that competitive on the search term level for almost any product. And so that's one thing. And you do know this in advance. You know what you're going to focus on in advance. If you already have a product, you can do this reverse, go back and do the research.
Well, Daniel, you mentioned this, and this is something that I had taken advantage of back when I first started my supplement business, and so it makes a
Mhm.
lot of sense to me. Is removing the risk upfront, doing some testing upfront, and leveraging some kind of research or scientific analysis, so that you have a very high probability. It's a probability game
Mhm.
of success
Yeah.
before you go and invest. And the cool thing about it is you shared some novel ways of investing in private label products that you can get going right away without having to put branding on the product, which I thought
Mhm.
was fascinating to me because, in the dietary supplement space, typically you would put a label on it, but if you're selling something other than supplements, um, being able to put that into a poly bag and put a label on the bag, that sort of thing, is a pretty unique concept. So
Mhm.
and being able to start with relatively small amounts of inventory. I think you mentioned less, half a dozen units or something like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you're talking about removing risk, because when I first got into my supplement business, Amazon wasn't this kind of opportunity 11 years ago for merchants, and I had to invest uh, over $10,000 in inventory just to get going with my own custom formula. And so there was a lot of risk involved. I did my best to take that risk out, but it sounds like you've got that bit covered so that now you have, with your process, your methodology, I call it the blue ocean method of e-commerce, is, with relative certainty that this is going to be a success. And this makes it very exciting indeed, especially when you have the ability to recoup your investment, not only in the training, but any other startup costs you have for a business like this. Maybe even within the first 30 days of starting this endeavor. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the amazing things about it. And honestly, we really aim to help people get to, can we get you to a 3K per month within 60 days?
Mm-hmm.
And again, some people could be better, some people not as well. It just depends on the person. But we really believe that if we can get you to that stage, then you can scale up from there. You kind of see those in beginning results.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I mean, I know for me personally, and I'm sure for you as well, Buck, and I know for Daniel too, once you start to see that success, it kind of your commitment, your conviction, everything is magnified. And all that does is just fuel the fire for more of that success and faster growth.
Well,
So that's really what
the
we're
other thing
aiming
that you
at.
mentioned that fascinated me, you brought up a case study here, or one of your success stories, and I love the fact that you're sharing. People are willing to give you testimonials and share their data. One of them mentioned that they had an exit with a business with
Yeah,
your help.
100%.
So that's fascinating to me that you'd actually, and I actually know of someone else in the health space that exited, sold their Amazon business as well. So I know it's possible. Is this a real opportunity, or are those flashes in the pan?
Oh, 100%. Building your business to sell is something Daniel and I have been talking about for 4 years. And we have built a structure here so that literally, here's the thing. Most people don't realize when entrepreneurs try and sell their business, they're trying to clean things up, like, oh, I got to get my accounting in order. Oh, I got to get my metrics. I got to do all this stuff. What we've done is we've outlined all of these processes for you well in advance. And that way when you present your business to a broker to sell, you're going to have all of your ducks in a row, which is going to give you a massive increase in the multiple that you can get. What I've done is, you don't even see it here. It's part of the expansion blueprint. It's available for you in the members area right now. Is I did an interview with a very successful business owner who's sold lots of businesses and also specializes in selling e-commerce businesses around Amazon. And we went through about an hour, I think it was maybe an hour and a half almost, everything that you need to know about how to sell your businesses, best practices. I put together, an action, checklist PDF where you need to make sure you do this, this, and this. We've got a beautiful additional PDF that kind of provides all the notes that you need to understand. But we did that because it is such a big opportunity right now to build this business and cash out. I mean, Ross and Sarah, literally zero experience to selling the business within 18 months. They were able to buy their dream home on the beach in New Zealand. And, now they're working with us again, utilizing the same methodologies, to build a new business to build some additional cash flow and then potentially sell that business as well. It's absolutely amazing what's possible right now with building Amazon businesses. And again, what I want to iterate, as I mentioned at the beginning, Buck, but right now, Amazon is literally taking 53 cents out of every new dollar consumers spend online in the United States. That's over half. And it's only going to grow, so as that grows, more and more big businesses are being drawn to Amazon. And as you know, as a successful business owner, one of the easiest things for big businesses to do to get their foot in the door is to acquire other companies who have already laid down the foundation. And that's why you're seeing companies sell right now, people making 6 figures, 7 figures, even 8 figures plus for their businesses. It's just absolutely incredible.
Well, it didn't seem possible to me until I had spoken to someone that actually sold their Amazon business for 7 figures. So that was pretty amazing, and a bit counterintuitive to me. And there was so it's really refreshing to see that, and because the Amazon platform. Now we run a lot of things on Amazon. We use Amazon, web services and a number of things for our business. But the platform and the opportunity for someone just getting started and getting their e-commerce business off the ground is incredible. So I know that is the case, and I know there are a lot of success stories out there. I know there are a lot of other people that are teaching how to sell stuff on Amazon. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. So, and I know them personally, people that are doing this. So the fact that you have a program that is, it just seems very cost effective to be able to get in, is fascinating to me, because I know folks that have spent several $1,000s just to get the education.
Yeah, and for me, Buck, when I got started online, I was 17 years old. I picked up a book by Robert Allen and Mark Victor Hansen. I read the book, in a matter of a few days, and I was hooked. I knew that this is what I've been looking for. I wanted to be able to build these types of businesses that they were talking about, and I wanted to be a successful entrepreneur. And I went to one of their events, and they had this training that I wanted to be a part of. And it was, back then, this is again, over a decade ago, it was just so limited to what was actually I'm getting access to, but it was $4,000, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm like, how the hell am I going to come up with this money? And I just made the commitment to make it happen. And I ended up doing anything that I possibly could to come up with the money to be able to make it happen. And it took me a little while. And the funny thing is, I'm still friends with the guy who actually sold me the program, all those time ago. We go snowboarding together, and, it's just absolutely crazy. But that person changed my life, because he made me believe that, okay, you go out there, get the money, you can make this happen. And I went out there and did it. But, Daniel got started. He was scraping together a couple $100 just to get an inventory order. So we know what it's like. And that's why we wanted to make this affordable for people, provide them all the value that they need to be successful, because we know what it's like to be in that position where, man, someone's selling me something for $5,000. How am I even going to get product to be able to go and build a business? Or what am I going to be able to do? I'm putting myself in a very tight spot. And, while of course we were able to go out there and have the success that we wanted to, we were very driven to make that happen. We want to make it an absolute no-brainer for folks. Again, you can get started for $597 to test drive it.
Well, I see that you're doing some things, some very smart things in the way you're presenting the opportunity, and in the fact that you mentioned there is an opportunity if you follow the steps and show that you have, that you are taking this seriously, to partner with you. And what people don't realize, and I learned this, late in life. Unfortunately, you saying you learned a lot of things when you were young and 17. God bless you. I didn't pick up a lot of this stuff until I was 40 years old. That I spent $4,000 I didn't have to go attend an internet marketing conference. And but what I found out after going into training like this and meeting people at live events like you're having with the NDA seat that you're giving away with this, is that by partnering with the right people and investing in their training, I got on their radar. And by me getting on their radar, and because I was actually, going through the training and following the steps, they would help. I got more help, and I was able to become more successful. So I love the fact that you have the live event, because I do that myself with Health Profits Academy, that you have the partnership opportunity. I have people in my circle that, I see what they're doing, and they elevate, and I help them out with introductions and promotions and other things. So I don't know if people, maybe if they're just getting started, they see that opportunity right now, it's real for them. But I'm just saying, that is huge. And, some of those bonuses that you have there, including the NDA event, the partnership opportunity, and some of the other things you're doing, really, those are much more valuable than maybe even the core training that you're offering.
100%. And I mean, to the extent we're actually showing one of the products we're going to be launching with a new partner, we're going to be showing folks kind of like a live case study, because we're launching it in a very unique way. And, they'll be able to kind of see how that process goes and what that partnership could really generate. And I think they're going to be blown away, because we're very confident within the first 30 days, at a minimum, we're going to generate 6 figures in sales. And so again, this is something that could literally change someone's life, totally. And I know you've got a partner in your core business, and, Daniel and I are partners, and we've worked with other folks as partners as well. And we have always gotten massive value from being able to partner with people. And we've generated, just thinking about the different partnerships that we've had, generating 7 figures in sales in short periods of times from several of them. It's absolutely amazing what's possible when you have the right partnership and you're able to work together in a very seamless manner.
Now, I know we're getting up towards the top of the hour here. We said we'd run about 90 minutes, so we went over. But in terms of the offer closing, is this going to be available? I know the training's starting up shortly. So how long will this be good for? When do people have to make their final call?
Well, what we've decided to do, obviously, we're doing this, special with you, Buck, to kind of be able to help folks out and be able to get access to the training. We're going to be officially shutting this down here in a few days, and people won't have the opportunity at that point to get in, just because, again, we want to be able to work with the students and really commit to their success. And Daniel and I do that in a very full way. So we want to make sure people are involved and going through the processes and really able to be there to support us. And obviously, we've got our live event too. We're planning on doing that here in June, the latter part of June, and we're finalizing the location now. So we'll be letting folks know, but we're looking at San Diego or Las Vegas area for that.
Okay.
And one thing too, just so people know, if you can't come to the event, because I know, Daniel and I are both in Asia right now, and that's a long trip in and of itself back to the United States. But if you can't come to the live event, we're actually recording everything professionally, and we'll be able to give you access to the recordings inside the members area. Just once everything's edited, we do that obviously in a timely manner for you.
Yep. Well, get to the live event. I know some people on the call actually, like Shabina, attended my Health Profit Summit here in Boulder, and it was just fantastic. We had a wonderful time. We had 13 speakers, and it was just phenomenal. So I know the power of that, and I got a chance to meet and make new friends and new potential partners, as well as the speakers that I'm already friends and partners with currently. So, well, Ryan, Daniel, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for going through the technological hurdles that we did. It sounds like the pipe is now cooperating over to Hong Kong. So the Chinese government is not editing some of the data coming our way. We're making it through the Great Firewall. But this is a fantastic opportunity. Everyone could go take a look at it at theinfinitycode.net/buck, or there's a link there on your site there. I think to go just click over and take a look at it. Hopefully, if you got on the fast action bonus to get the bonuses for the case study, the GBSS method, the partnership opportunity, etc. Smart move. I really think that's a very smart move. And we are doing more on Amazon at my company at Real Does Nutrition. In fact, we've invested in a full-time channel manager for Amazon. We're looking to expand. In some cases, we're looking to have new products that will start on Amazon, and that's something brand new for us. So I'm going to be following along with you, going through this training to see how we can tap that for my existing business, even though you're just maybe starting your own business. And it looks like it is definitely applicable to the health supplement market. Obviously, it's not, this is not designed, from what I can tell, to be, how to formulate products and how to get do all the ins and outs of dietary supplements, which is what I focus on at Health Profits Academy. But for all things Amazon and identifying opportunities on Amazon and leveraging those in a smart way and a sustainable way, I think that's where Ryan and Daniel come in. So, guys, thank you very much. Anything you'd like to wrap up with?
Yeah, I would just like to wrap up, real quick too, Buck, and just say we appreciate your time. We appreciate you introducing us to your audience, and hopefully they can recognize just how powerful Amazon is. The sooner you Buck, you're doing it right now. You're getting more involved in it because you see where it's going. So yeah. I just would hate for folks to look back 3 years from now and say, dang, I really wish I would have gotten involved in Amazon now. Now they're taking 70 cents out of every new dollar that's spent in the United States. Plus, they're launching in Australia this year. They're launching in Singapore. I mean, they're launching in so many additional marketplaces that it's going to become an even stronger opportunity for those who seize it now and have kind of that fast mover advantage. But that being said, we have been going for a really long time. And Buck, if it's okay with you, if people still didn't get their question answered or just have like a little something specific, maybe they have a problem, their payment's not going through and they need some help, they can always reach out to our support desk. Just let us know, that you heard about us from Buck, and we'll make sure you get those fast mover bonuses as well. Buck, I don't know if you want to put it in the chat box or if you just want me to say it. It's ryananddaniel.com/support. Real easy. And guys, we'll be happy to help you out in any questions that you have. And just want to also say thank you to everyone who's already made the decision to invest in the training and join us inside the Infinity Code. We're incredibly grateful for the opportunity to serve you. We take that very seriously, and we are 100% committed to your success. And you'll see that as we do all the things that we do to help you succeed.
Amen. Well, thank you very much, Daniel. I don't know if you're still on the line there as well, but I really appreciate you sharing your story. It was very heartfelt and very real, and obviously not like, super rehearsed, which I really appreciate. I mean, just coming from your humble beginnings and having the success that you've had, and you guys getting together and sharing this with the world. I commend you. Do some great things with it, and let's build some great businesses out there that really help a lot of people. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great night. And for everyone that joined us on the call, thanks for, especially if you're on the East Coast or later, thank you for being a part of this. And you can hit up Ryan and Daniel at ryananddaniel.com/support. It's in the chat link there. And obviously you can always reply to one of my emails if you have any questions or want to talk to me personally about what my thoughts are. But the reason Ryan and Daniel are here is I feel good about what they're doing, and I feel good about how they're going to take care of you. So if this is something of interest to you, I would certainly go take a look at that site at theinfinitycode.net/Buck. All right. Ryan, Daniel, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
You too. Bye-bye.